What's a cleric? A cleric is generally someone who helps give spiritual or religious guidance. That's why someone would visit a cleric. Well, how could a cleric help you with your investments? I'm not going to talk about religion or anything like that today, and really praying that you made a good investment is not the best way to invest your money. So I've created an acronym, CLERIC, that will help you make really good investment decisions. So what does CLERIC stand for? C-L-E-R-I-C. Well, the C stands for concentration. And when you're looking at an investment, you want to be careful about too much concentration. If you're building a business, you want to be concentrated. That's how you get wealthy in America. But outside of that business, to stay wealthy, you don't want to have too much concentration. I know for me personally, my wife and I put money in a very concentrated investment outside our business in 2005. It turns out we were overconfident and we lost that money. We lost more than $1 million. And you can imagine, $1 million is worth a lot today. Imagine in 2005 how much that was worth. So be careful on concentration, pay attention, because that's an important part of a good investment decision. The next in CLERIC is L. L stands for liquidity. And why should you care about liquidity? I know some entrepreneurs that invested in a real estate fund in 2007, and they're still waiting to get their money out today. Now we know there were problems in 2008, but make sure you understand, when are you getting money out? When are you getting money back from that investment? Liquidity is really important because it allows people managing the investments for you to weather the storm. Think about what happened with real estate in 2008. The real estate investors that thrived had enough liquidity to weather the storm and actually buy more real estate. And that's what you want to have happen when you're trying to build your wealth. The E in CLERIC is for the experience of the managers. What does that look like? If you're investing in, let's say, a syndicated real estate fund, how many times have the managers of that fund taken a real estate development from start to finish? What is start to finish? The development, the taking on of investors, and then returning the investor capital and investment returns. That's a completed cycle, and you want to make sure that you're dealing with managers who've done many of those. What about the stock market? How many downturns has that manager seen, and how did they weather those storms? We had 2000 to 2002, we had 2008, we had COVID in 2020, we had 2022. How did the manager weather those storms, and how much experience does that manager have making good returns through all the ups and downs of the stock market? Risks are a part of every investment. The key is to understand what are the risks of each particular investment and how can you mitigate those risks. That awareness will allow you to be a smarter investor over time and not lose money, but make money. The R in CLERIC is for the risks. Every investment you're going to make that has a potential to make good return has risks. What are some of the risks that you might want to be concerned about? Let's say you're invested in financial companies that are very sensitive to the way interest rates move. Wouldn't you like to know that? What if you're buying property in Florida versus Nashville? Well, there's hurricane risk if you're on the water in Florida. Doesn't mean that you shouldn't invest in that, but you need to be aware of that. And what about cryptocurrency? Well, if you're not trying to make more money and you're just trying to preserve what you have, buying a bunch of crypto coins may not be the best use of your funds. So think about the risks in your investments, analyze those, be aware of those, so that you can step confidently forward in where you're putting your money. Next in CLERIC is I, and I stands for investment returns. And you want to have a good understanding of what you should expect from your investments as far as the returns. So for example, if you're investing in bonds instead of stocks, you expect less up and downs, but better long-term returns. Let's say you have two different real estate investments, and they're the same investment except for one of the real estate investments has more debt against the property than the other. With more debt, there's more potential return, but there's more risk. There's less cushion if there's a downturn in real estate. You want to make sure that you understand that so that you have the right expectations. You're getting the full amount of return for the risk that you're taking. The last letter in CLERIC is C, and C stands for costs. You want to know, however you're investing, what are the costs? Well, if it's a stock portfolio, what are the management fees? What are the transaction fees? If it's a real estate fund, what's the management fee? What are the transaction costs when they're buying and selling real estate? A real estate fund might have a waterfall. A waterfall means that there's a certain amount paid to the limited partners, and then beyond that, profits are split between the general partner and the limited partners. And you just want to understand what that waterfall looks like and what is the split above the waterfall. But all of those are costs. And pay attention not just to the costs that you see, but the costs that you don't see. And that way, you'll have a much better investment experience. Why is CLERIC important? Well, it's important to do all parts of CLERIC, not just one, because these are interrelated. So for example, if you have a group that has a lot of experience, but they have no liquidity to get through the hard times, then the investment could fail. Or let's say you have these great expected investment returns, but the costs are really high and they eat into those returns. You see how these kind of interplay with each other? The same way our CLERIC can give you religious or spiritual guidance, CLERIC in this case, when integrated together, can help you make really good decisions, and that way you can give your family security and confidence in what you're doing with your money. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and check out my next video.